50 years ago, this entire area was rice paddies and farmland, and today Gangnam Station is one of the busiest subway stations in Korea, with 150,000 people passing through each day. Korean subway stations are a lot more than just a place to hop on and off the subway. They are basically huge adult playgrounds with heaps to do, including places to eat. So to see what you can eat on your commute in Seoul, I'm going to spend the entire day eating just at Gangnam Station. It's 8:30 in the morning right now on a Friday, which is peak commute time, but most of the places are not open because people are mostly just focused on getting to work. But here we have sets of bunsik, which is basically street food. All right, we got a sundae tteokbokki set with some grilled eggs. Bunsik literally means food made from flour, and it originated in Korea in the 1960s. During that time, rice was expensive, so the government instead encouraged its citizens to eat bunsik. And from what I've seen, these types of stands are the most ubiquitous form of street food in Korea.
The softest rice cakes I've ever had. And sundae, it's blood sausage, which sounds a bit off-putting to some people, but it's really delicious. The texture is kind of spongy, may I say, and it doesn't really have all that strong of a flavor on its own. Mix it in the tteokbokki sauce. I feel like just the name a blood sausage, knowing that it comes from intestines, kind of makes people a bit skeptical, but
So these are not just any hard-boiled eggs, these are grilled eggs. From my understanding, they're cooked at a low pressure for a long time, which makes the texture super unique.
dip it in a little sauce. Perfect.
I mean, if I was actually commuting through Gangnam Station, I don't know if I would be having that every morning because, well, I'm always running late and in kind of a rush. But one thing that I would for sure get is coffee. So we're going to head to the coffee aisle.
We're near exits 10 and 11 right now.
We have €1 coffee, we have Compose coffee, Uzi coffee, we have Gongcha X coffee, and of course, Mega.
This one is not just the Korean iced Americano, it's called a shots, and it's combining a shot of espresso, maybe two, with iced peach tea. This one is zero sugar iced peach tea, and it is so good, you guys. For me, I still think iced Americano can be like too bitter, so it's like the perfect combination of sweetness. Before we go grab a snack, let's walk around the streets of Gangnam for a bit and dive into a little bit of the history of Gangnam Station.
Before the 1970s, Gangnam was mostly composed of small farming villages. Most economic activity was happening on the north side of the river, but by the late 1960s, the area north of the river became very overcrowded. So there was a massive government push to develop everything south of the river, including, of course, the area that would become Gangnam Station. On December 23, 1982, Gangnam Station officially opened as part of Line 2. This is still Gangnam Station's most popular line by far, with trains coming about every 2 minutes during busy hours. I took it this morning, and if you've been on Line 2 during rush hour, you know how it goes. But in 2011, the Shinbundang line was also added, connecting parts of Seoul to southern Gyeonggi-do. These days, the foot traffic doesn't just come from the subway lines, but like I said, it's like an adult playground here. You could get your ears pierced, you can visit arcades, you can browse for skincare, go shopping. I mean, there are dozens and dozens of stores.
Back to business, which means finding a morning snack. The cool thing about food in Korean subway stations is it's not just all street food. They also have healthy options like fruit stores, as you can see here. A huge variety of colorful, delicious fruit.
But the thing is, in Korea, fruit is insanely expensive, so I'd be keen to get one of these chopped fruit cups. However, they're 5,000 won each, so probably next time. And I came across this bungeopang stand. These are traditionally fish-shaped pastries, but these looked way more croissant-like. They had a bunch of unique flavors like chocolate chip, pizza, but I am a sucker for red beans, so
핫 붕어빵 하나랑 초코 가나쉬 6개 주세요. The underground mall officially opens at 10 a.m., so everything's open and I'm tempted to buy, but these days I'm trying not to spend, so. Baked goods are secured. First up, we have this bungeopang, pat bungeopang. This is a fancy looking bungeopang, guys. This is not the typical street vendor stuff. And usually this is a winter street food, but I don't really care. Cheers.
Wow.
Super buttery, super flaky. Personally, I'm obsessed with red bean, so I'm a huge fan, 10 out of 10. I became really obsessed with red bean when I first came to Korea. Like, I'd never really tasted it before. I wasn't that familiar with using red bean in desserts, and it's like my favorite Korean flavor combination when it comes time to sweet things. Next up, we have whatever you call this. It's adorable though. I mean, this ganache is very good. The outside is so soft, and it's not that sweet. It's not like overly powering. There's, you know, just a little light amount of ganache in there. It's not as heavy as I was expecting. Oh, this is wonderful. I feel relaxed, at peace. Just sitting outside Gangnam Station, eating fish bread and pig bread. I don't know what you call it. Okay, this one, I think it's a different flavor. Ooh, I think it's uyu cream bread. Super vanilla-y flavor. I prefer the other one. If I were working 12-hour days in Gangnam, I'm sure this would just take all my stress away.
For my third food stop of the day, we have mayak kimbap, aka drug kimbap. The name mayak kimbap is a bit controversial, so we'll just call it mini kimbap. But it used to be called mayak kimbap not because it contains any illegal substances, but because it is just so delicious and addictive. Today I went with the tonkatsu and myeolchi kimbap. I really love these because they're like the perfect size snack. Whole kimbap can be kind of like too big, but these are just perfect.
And also another thing about Korean subway stations is that they have literal pharmacies, like pharmacies inside the subway station. Let's go take a look. Heaps of skincare products. 안녕하세요. 제 피부가 자주 빨개져요.
네.
그래서 추천해 주세요. 오케이. 감사합니다. 오케이.
샘플이에요.
감사합니다. 안녕히
그리고
계세요.
설탕 많이 먹으면 안 돼요.
아,
그리고 오메가3 좀 드세요.
네, 네, 그래요. 감사합니다.
아,
There's really no shortage of things to do around Gangnam Station. Between my snacks, I just keep walking around outside the station and then going back in. But because this vlog is food focused, on to the next one. For my next snack, I am going to be getting something that I used to get very frequently when I would commute onto the Shinbundang line. I was actually going the opposite way that most people go. So I was going into Gyeonggi-do. But anywho, this one is a zero sugar lemon matcha. I hate mega coffee, but this is great. The lemon is really sour, so it's quite refreshing. Here we have black sesame tteok. This is like my favorite type of tteok. I should protect my skin. I'm gonna put on my hat. So this is what it looks like. I wash my hands, yes. And it's rice cakes. It's savory rice cakes. It's not that sweet at all, except for the coating is a bit sweet. But, well, I'll eat it and then I'll let you know. It's just like chewy, basically. Like, you know the rice cakes they put in tteokbokki? It's very similar, but they have all sorts of flavors, as you can see at the shop. If you love black sesame flavors, it just hits this spot. Wow. Tteok is like really famous, I think, during Korean holidays. There are many meanings to different types of tteok, but it's a bit messy, so I'll wrap it up well.
바닐라 똑같은 거 바닐라 향이에요. 이것도 향수로 쓰셔도 똑같아요.
네, 바닐라 미니 사이즈 주세요.
이거 바로 준비해드려요. 오래 걸리지 않아요. 한 10분 정도?
아, 네, 네.
It's like 7:15 p.m., which means the station is super busy because everybody's getting off work. Yeah, I look a little bit disheveled right now. I went for a run, which was beautiful along Yangjae-chun, but then it started raining a lot, and I got poured on, so. 감사합니다.
Before we finish this off, I desperately need a shower. I mentioned earlier how I'm really obsessed with red beans, so.
Alas, we have BGT, or Panggumto, literally meaning the place where bread is baked. This store first launched in 1995, and it's most renowned for its red bean breads.
Before we head home, let's give it a try. The best combination in the world. So what we have here is a beautiful soft bread with a thick slab of butter and red bean paste. Cheers. And this red bean, it still has some of the bean chunks in it. My hands are getting buttery. Putting the butter in there might seem like too much, but I promise it's not. Well, folks, that's it. So, there were so many places, other places that I missed at Gangnam Station. I mean, you could literally eat there, a different food there every day for at least a whole week, if not a month. Let me know if I missed anywhere special, and let me know your take on red bean. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Bye-bye.